Hi everyone. This is my entry into samoosmama's nail contest, and I just want to say thank you, Austin, for this design idea, and I love you so much. Okay, I've already started working on them. I've left the last two nails undone because I'm going to show you guys how I'm doing it. This hand didn't quite turn out how I really wanted it to, only the thumb did, but this one's turning out better. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I'm doing this. My son, Austin, he created the glitter mix, and he chose the Fimo that he wanted me to use on this nail. Now, I understand that a lot of people are very crazy about Angry Birds. I'm not one of them, but my son absolutely loves Angry Birds. So, this design is his interpretation of Angry Birds. So, to begin with, I'm going to show you what I'm going to be using. My pink mix that I used, the Omega full coverage pink, and I just added some white shimmer powder to it to give it a shimmer. I am going to be using my son Austin's glitter mix, which he called Angry Birds Delight. Okay, I've already mixed it with acrylic, but that's his. He made that just for this design. Sorry. This is the mix before adding the acrylic to it. And then the Fimo that I'm going to be using, which is Little Angry Birds. Okay. Now I have decided to use the dual forms for this one as well. Sorry. So that way it could be a little bit easier. First thing I'm going to do, okay, is I am going to prep my nails. I've already done the pushing back of the cuticles and taking the shine off the nail and gluing on the tips. And now I'm just going to add my dehydrant to these two. You just want to take and put it on the natural nail itself. Okay. And then you're going to add your primer. And I'm one who likes to do 2 coats of primer. So let that sit for a moment. And then my second coat of primer. You don't want to get this on the skin, just on the nail. Okay? So that's done. Now I'm going to take my pinky dual form, and I've put lines on it because I don't want a large tip area. You see the thumb? It didn't quite come out quite straight. Well, none of them really did. But I don't want it to be too thick of a tip, like these came out. I didn't really quite like those. So just on the very, very tip. Okay? So I went ahead and drew the lines to tell me about how big of a tip that I really want to do. Okay. Oops. Sorry, dropped my brush. Oop, that's going to be too much. That's okay, I can knock it off. So I'm just going to put the acrylic in there. I put a little too much in there, but that's okay. I can play with it. Now, like I said, with the dual forms, you've got to make sure that you use almost the perfect amount Too much and it's going to squeeze out the sides, not enough and it's going to create air pockets. Let me just push that back down. And you want to make sure that you get it up on the sidewalls. And working with such a tiny area for a tip makes it that much more, I guess you could say, a little difficult to try to get it the right thickness. Because just as I think that I have it, I push it too far up and I have to push it back down. Okay. Now just clean up the smile line. Okay. Now I'm going to try just setting this off and let it sit for a moment before I put it on. Hopefully that'll make my smile line stay a little bit straighter. Okay. So I'm just going to set that off to the side. Now my ring finger, like this one here, that's where I'm going to put the Angry Birds. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take very little clear. Okay, I'm going to put the clear down. That just gives the Angry Bird something to stick to. Now I did put a line on this one too. That just tells me where the tip of the nail is going to stop, because I don't want Angry Birds going up above that to where I would have to cut them off. So now that I've got the clear down, I'm just going to put the Angry Birds on. Okay. And I'm just gonna stick it down. Okay. Now once those are in place, this one just doesn't want to stick down. I had the same problem the last time I used the Fimos. It just doesn't want to stay stuck down. I don't want it too close to the edge. I'll just hold it for a minute. Okay. Alright, so now that those are in there, and they're nice, I'm going to come in. This one's just aggravating me. He keeps moving on me. Okay. I'm going to come in with my son's glitter mix. Fill up the nail. I'm just checking to make sure that there's no glitter getting underneath the Angry Birds. It's too big of a chunk there. Okay. And same thing, even though it's a full nail, You want to make sure that you get it up on the sides, and the sides have enough. And pat it in place. And you can flip it over and check it, and as you can see here, the side doesn't have enough on it, even though when you're looking at it this way it kind of looks like it does. So I'm just going to add a little bit more for the sides to make sure that those are completely covered. Another quick look, and there's still that one corner that doesn't seem to want to take hold. Keep slipping out of that one corner. So there. Okay. I'm just adding extra just to make sure that it's going to fill up. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to line it up and press down and hold. I'm going to come in with my cuticle pusher, clean off the sides. And then scrape off the excess off the bottom here. Okay. And then you're going to want to hold that for about 20 seconds or so.